You know what's really weird to me is watching Republicans who don't care about climate change try to thread the needle on advocating for clean energy without ever mentioning why. And to that end, last week the Atlanta Journal published an essay from former Georgia Congressman Tom Graves extolling nuclear power and saying that Georgia needs to continue with nuclear to keep going with its clean energy leadership. Why do we have clean energy leadership, sir? We don't really need it, do we? You didn't mention climate change in the piece at all. And the subtitle is even more ridiculous than the title. Georgia should build on the success of Plant Vogtle. There was no success with Plant Vogtle. Plant Vogtle was a disaster. It was such a big disaster, in fact, that the first chance voters had to eject commissioners responsible for raising rates 25% to pay for Plant Vogtle, they took it. And those commissioners lost their seats in blowout numbers. The costs are enormous, and people's electric bills are the size of car payments. Now he's using that bugaboo. Oh, we don't want to have power outages. We've got to have more energy. Guess he's just out of the loop, not being in Georgia, because on December 19th, the commission voted to add 10 gigawatts of power to Georgia's grid, almost doubling it. Almost all of it in gas. And what do we have here? Mr. Graves is a member of the Nuclear Matters Advocacy Council, a nonprofit that works to advance nuclear energy. This is all about profits. This is about corporate power. This is not about what's good for Georgia. It's certainly not what's good for Georgia Power customers. In the piece, he goes on to talk about homegrown energy. Nuclear is not homegrown. I'm not aware of any uranium that's produced or mined in Georgia. But what is homegrown is solar. Georgia's solar potential is enormous. We are only in 47th place nationally for solar per capita, but we're a top 10 sunny state. Why don't we have more solar? Because Georgia Power doesn't want more solar. It's not as lucrative for them. Solar from the sun is free. The sun doesn't send an invoice. But what's not free is gas and uranium. Southern Company owns 5 gas affiliates, and every one of them profits from the gas that Georgia Power uses to generate electricity. We have an obscene kabuki theater going on here, where advocates from out of state can claim that nuclear was a success in Georgia when it was a failure, and advocates can say we need more nuclear when we don't, and all of it under the umbrella of clean energy leadership, when there's no connection to climate change, which is what clean energy is needed for. This whole piece was absurd. I wish the Atlanta Journal hadn't have published it. But since they did, I wanted you to know the truth.